When I actually saw this video, my heart bleed so hard that these white folks cannot literally see anything that is relating to us and then leave it alone. Now let it make sense to me that the only thing that these people can see in a whole statue, the only thing they can see is the breast part. Who bred these people? Who bred these people? Like, Jesus Christ. When I saw this video, I was like, this is just a typical example of what you white folks has really subjected not only women, but black folks too. No, I want you guys to honestly watch this video. If this video is not pissing you off, especially as a woman that I am, this video literally pissed me off. Credit belongs to original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, like this video, drop me your comments, and lastly, do not forget to share for every other person to get this good news. Let's watch this video. I'll be back with commentaries.
When did it end? All the enjoyment, I'm sad again. Don't tell my boyfriend, it's not what he's made for. What was I made for? Cause I don't know how to feel, but I wanna try. I don't know how to feel, but someday I might. Someday I. When did it end? All
The men's loneliness epidemic is a fucking lie. It's not that you're lonely. It's that you won't grow the fuck up. You're disgusting on the surface, in the middle, and on the bottom. Ladies and gentlemen, please go back and watch that video. That is a metal statue. And the very first thing every man in that video did was slobber on a metal cleavage. The men's loneliness epidemic is a myth. You men aren't lonely. Nobody wants to talk to you because you're immature pigs. If you ever wonder why women choose the bear, look at that video. If you ever wonder why women are completely just checking the fuck out from men, look at that video. If you ever wonder why nobody is fucking or dating or having kids or getting married or staying in long-term relationships, look at that video. That dude on that fucking podcast thought he could bring a woman on there and berate her. And then she peeped game and turned that shit right back on him. He doesn't like the fact, does not like the fact at all, that he was the third choice, or fourth choice, excuse me, because there was 3 other men. What did he do? Did he handle it maturely? Nope. Did he come back with some argument against that? Nope. Did he even defend that? Nope. Instantly to insults, because he's a fucking man-child. And that, gentlemen, is where a lot of you are. You're fucking man-children. That's why y'all love this fucking idiot in the White House, because he's like the fucking, one of the founding members of the He-Man Woman's Haters Club. You're fucking immature dicks. You can't even handle a fucking statue. You dumbasses have let people like Andrew Tate and Kevin Samuels turn you into some of the most undesirable men in human fucking history. There's not a trait about you that's even worth fucking even mentioning. Women grew up. You didn't. You know how I know that you motherfuckers ain't shit? It's the moment y'all use the word simp. Let me go ahead and put this in context. A man in a stable relationship, a happy relationship, got a good woman by his side, somebody that helps him become the best version of himself. He's been with her for a while, or let's say they're in the process of dating and he really digs her and she really digs him and he's looking out for her. He considers her his queen. That's simping. But being alone, having your little funky ass podcast with a room full of women you paid to be there, or in the case of women seeing your bullshit, not wanting to show up, so you end up with a fucking sausage fest. It's 20 dudes in a room talking about how women can attract them. That is real alpha He-Man shit. Y'all are some of the dumbest motherfuckers planet-wise ever. If a man is in a stable relationship, how is he a simp? Oh, I guess he should be like you, alone. All the socks in your fucking house is standing up kicking like the goddamn chorus line because you done busted a nut in every one of them. Whole house smell like semen, coconut oil, Vaseline, lotion, and fucking tears. Y'all got the nerve, the fucking gall to tell people in stable relationships how they're fucked up. What? Every one of you motherfuckers want a traditional wife. You don't want a hoe, but you also want free pussy. That don't make any sense to me. I don't want a woman that's been sleeping around, but if you give me some ass, I'm okay with it. Wink, wink. What the fuck are you talking about? Then y'all come up with bullshit. There's a male's loneliness epidemic. And for all the reasoning and rationales that y'all have, the one that is never there, never present, never in the room, it ain't even in the goddamn same zip code, is maybe I should grow the fuck up. Maybe I should wash my ass. Maybe I should brush my teeth. Maybe I should get a personality other than I got paineth. Maybe I shouldn't go look at a fucking bronze statue that just so happens to have cleavage in it and slobber all over it. Maybe I shouldn't do these things. You know, I have a brother and a friend by the name of Professor Moriarty. This is his wheelhouse. Because you all have childhood trauma. And don't get me wrong, I do as well. As a matter of fact, I'm never going to put myself above you motherfuckers because I was the same way. I was. And then I grew up. I had to feel the sting of loneliness. I had to realize that it wasn't them, it was me. I had the dark days, sitting in my room, crying, sitting in my apartment, crying. The times where I worked so hard and didn't have anything to show for it. The times that my mental health kept me away from being the best father I possibly could to my children. I found a bright spot. She's in the house. But I had to fix me before I could be the husband she needed. That's called growth and maturity. Something a lot of you do not have. And you are blaming everybody in the world except for the person that sits in the mirror, which is you. You. I mean, for the love of fucking row, if a metal statue isn't safe from your horny tendencies, what the fuck what chance do you think women have? And let's not even get into trans women. Let's not even get there. A lot of y'all live lives like you're the alpha. Well, even the guy that coined the phrase alpha wolf said it was a lie. It's true. Go look it up. Toughness does not make you a man. Lifting weights or owning every fucking type of weapon you can possibly get your hands on does not make you a man. What makes you a man, somebody that is worthy of love, of companionship, of a long-lasting relationship, is in here and here. It ain't got shit to do with any of this other shit. You can have all the money in the world and still be a piece of shit. You can have all the charisma, sex appeal, and a penis so long you got to tuck it into your goddamn boot. It won't matter if you're a piece of shit. So think about this, gentlemen. Let's say that statue could talk. What do you think she would say about you, about men, about relationships? After years and years and years of you men coming up and just slobbering all over it, do you think she'd have a really good opinion of the male species? She wouldn't. And that's a metal statue. If Fresh and Fit and Joe Rogan are your guides, you need better guides. You are out here in the dark with no flashlight, blind as fuck, trying to find a way through this shit, walking through a fucking forest, bumping your head on everything. Maybe it's time for you to put those goofy shits, those dumbass things that make up the personality that you have today away. Walk the burning sands of loneliness to understand who you truly are. Mature as a grown human being. Maybe instead of asking the world to change for you, you should change for the rest of the world.
This is what she used to look like. This is Molly Malone. She's not a real person. She is a fictional character from an Irish folktale. But for people like this and this, so that I don't have any men in my comments, there are women who do it too. She now has very little coating left on her upper area. I know what you're thinking. Men and women are gross and no one respects women's bodies. But then let me introduce you to Victor Noir in Paris, France. He was a journalist, and because the person who sculpted this sculpted a bulge, they now use him as a symbol for fertility. And they have rubbed the coating off. There's also very little coating on his chin, nose, and because people kiss him. And that's weird, right? I mean, we're talking about folktales for kids. We're talking about someone's gravesite that are being groped to the point of rubbing the paint off. Why are people so gross?
I have spent loads of time busking by the statue, and when you're standing there for hours you have a lot of thinking time, and I kind of just thought about what's become a tradition around Molly Malone to touch her breasts for good luck, and I saw more and more inappropriate behaviour around her, kind of very rowdy behaviour, parents encouraging their kids to touch her breasts. And I thought this is one of the few representations of women in Irish culture, arguably the most important one. Women are so underrepresented in culture as it is, that why is it that this one of the few representations should be reduced to having a busty dress or whatever it is? So I decided that I'd had enough one day, decided to take action and started the campaign Leave Molly Malone, and it kind of just went from there. The changes that I put forward for the statue to kind of reduce this behaviour around it were to have the statue placed on a higher pedestal to kind of match a lot of the male statues in Dublin, especially O'Connell Street, where they're all up here symbolically and physically elevated, where it's a fact that all of the female statues in Dublin are at street level. I also suggested that she be repatrinated in full so that there's no discoloration on her breasts, that there was a plaque installed next to her to explain her legacy, because so many people ask me who she was, whether she existed, and then for just tourist companies to not actively encourage tourists to great progress.
I do not understand so many people arguing with me over the damage of the statue. Okay? This is damage. This is damage. She is supposed to be all this color, but because so many people keep touching her where they shouldn't be is rubbing off the coating. They've had to replace this multiple times, and each time they replace it, people keep groping her and keep removing the paint. In this article, they talk about how the sculpture needed a revamp because of ongoing damage. You see that word right there? To her bosom area. And if that isn't enough damage for you, the sculpture is also unstable because the fittings underneath the sculpture are broken. Because so many people are getting on her, trying to find the right position so that they can place their hands where they should not be, thus damaging the statue. For Victor Noir's gravesite, keep in mind, this is a gravesite that people are touching. It, like, who kisses somebody's grave? That's so weird. I've seen pictures of people like straddling him because he's supposed to be a symbol for fertility. I don't think that Victor Noir, who was just a journalist, I don't think that he volunteered for that. But anyway, this is like the Statue of Liberty. For this one, he was copper. He was always meant to be copper. They did not put a coating on him. And there's an oxidation process that takes place that makes this green color, like with the Statue of Liberty. All of the touching is removing that, whatever the fuck you call it, that develops from oxidation, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, this green shit. But this is what he was supposed to look like. Either way, this is still gross. Don't do this. Someone had the nerve to say, oh, but people groped Ronald McDonald. Not to the point where his paint's gone. He looks fine. Also, who is straddling Ronald? Okay, y'all, I understand that statues are not people, but groping and touching statues that represent people is still weird. Y'all are defending a practice that is weird. Who straddles someone's gravesite? Like sexual. I'm not gonna post it. Google it. Victor Noir. Google that shit. It's weird. And people have been posting other examples of other statues that this is happening to. And people are like, no, don't talk about that, or who cares, or da 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 da. Like, all of it is weird, y'all. That's the point. This is a blanket, stop touching statues inappropriately. It is very fucking weird. Unless it's a Confederate soldier statue, then you can knock that shit down. Anyway, I'm Raven, and I defend people and apparently representing people representatives. Please like and follow from.
Anyways, welcome back, guys. And I just want you to be honest in the comment section. Be honest with me that this particular video that you watch, it doesn't send any form of signal to you. Be honest with me that this particular video that you watched, it doesn't send any form of trigger to you. Be honest with me that this particular video that you watch, it doesn't send any form of message to you as a woman, as a man. This is literally what these people have subjected. I'm not even going to relate this particular statues alone to women, right? Because if you check, I think there was another statues of a guy where you literally see this girl react to, and she said she see most of this white folks go there, kiss statues on their graves. All is not well with these people. These people have issues that need to be helped. They need to. They don't even, as at this point, they don't even need to tell us that help me before we're going to help them. We are supposed to help them and take them to where they are going to be treated, where they're going to get where they're going to be cancelled. Like, it's just a whole lot. There is no other part that you will touch in this statue except the breast parts. Touching it And you know the stupid annoying part is that they tag this as a form of blessing. Like they tag these statues as a good luck statue. So if it's a good luck statue, let's assume this is actually a good luck statue. And then you want to go and tap from your good luck. Is it this side that you have to tap from the good luck? And according to some research that I made, they say this particular statue is a 13 years old girl. 13 years old girl, which is on a normal level. A 13 years old girl is not even supposed to be touched. The way these white folks are literally obsessed, romancing, touching a statue. Then no wonder this RAPA is mostly more when it comes to these people. Because if they can literally do this to statue, like it simply means if that statue has an opportunity to just like every single day, women has to pass through one ugly side of story or the other. And even when they are being carved as statue, it still becomes the same thing. Atrocity, assaults, and so on and so forth. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Credit belongs to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. If you have not subscribed, like this video, drop me your comments, and lastly, do not forget to share for every other person to get this good news. And I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you liking my videos, dropping commentaries, subscribing. I really do appreciate it. I do not take you guys for granted. You guys are the best. Anyways, with that being said, with no further ado, I do like I say in my videos, I'm going to be saying bye, and I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye guys. I love you guys.